May 31st, 2026. I wrote some notes down earlier because it was kind of something I was just feeling earlier. And I don't know, I just was not very happy earlier. So I kind of wrote these things down because I knew I'd probably could just read off of these. I don't know. But before I get into that, I went to the gym today. I went 2 days ago. I think I just did like um, rear delt flies and stuff like that. So that was pretty good. And then today I did like weighted sit-ups, and then I also did it was like the reverse dumbbell curls, and then also the reverse bar curl. So that was cool. I just kind of targeted my forearms today. So I don't know, something small. I went in. There was only like I think two other people there, so it was nice. So it was a lot less people, but yeah, I felt kind of stupid because like I was trying to figure out some of the stuff, and yeah, I don't know. So I think I might be doing that more. Just the fucking video ended by accident. I think I might just be doing that, working out more, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. So, but yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna read what I wrote earlier. I kind of just wrote that so alone, so constantly alone, dying alone, constant suffering. You need to do more. Time keeps passing without me. Passes very slowly too. Do something. Are all people the same? Am I really the only human alive? So the reason I say the so alone part is because it's been a very long time that I've just had this thought of dying alone, I guess, and I don't know. I mean, it's something that comes up very frequently, and I've noticed that with time I don't really think about it as much anymore, but it's still a very constant factor. And what I mean by that is that I've just noticed that, when I was younger, I always felt like I was always alone. And at the time, it was more so just like with relationships, stuff like that. But over time, it just became just to be completely everything, like every social situation. It just was like there was an obvious disconnect with people. And I still feel like that today, but I think it's more of like a here and there type of thing. But I think it's a very underlying thing that I have that I don't know, man. It's not good. Um, and I feel like the whole situation of Fenor right now is kind of reinforcing that once again. Me and her, we were talking about like 2 days, 3 days now technically. Um, on the 29th, and we were talking and it was cool and stuff. And then she was like, "Yeah, I'll call you." She did not call. She hasn't texted since then. And then before that, she didn't text me for 3 days, so it's been two times in a row, and it's starting to kind of get to me. Um, I don't really have anyone else to talk to about this. That's the thing, man. It's like I feel like I can help everybody, but I don't know if anyone can help me. And I've even explained this to her. I've told her like, yeah, like I always feel kind of alone because I'm able to help everybody, but no one wants to stick around and listen to me and help me and do these things. And I feel like I'm also a hypocrite because there has been a few people, very few, mind you, but there has been a few people, and I think I've pushed them away. Like there was this one girl about 6 months ago. Uh, her name was Valentina, I believe. It's been a minute. Very sweet, very nice girl. But I told her to do something, and she made a promise to do it, and then she broke the promise. And granted, yeah, there were some valid reasons. Um, I don't want to go too into it because it's kind of her life, so I'll talk about my life all I want, but I won't, I don't want to preach into hers, but it was something pretty bad. And, you know, I told her I told her a very long time ago. So it wasn't like I made this up. Like I showed her proof that like I've had this from the very start. I made this rule that, you know, if you break a promise, I can't talk to you no more. And she did that, and I had to cut her off. And now that I'm saying that, it's kind of ironic because this girl, she makes a lot of promises, but she says like they're just like not serious promises. So I don't know what to do with that. That just kind of tells me that none of her promises are for real. So, but I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. But anyways, yeah. So I had to cut her off, and I felt bad because I actually did like her, and I thought she was a very sweet person, but I had to stick with my boundaries, man. And then, dude, literally since then, I haven't really talked to anybody. I've been, but like for the at least past 4 months, it was just me working, and then now the last 2 months was kind of getting settled in, changing stuff like that. I don't know, but and then now this whole since I've been here, the past 2 weeks, I just been I don't even know, fucking existing. I wouldn't even say living or surviving. I'm just existing. I'm not doing shit. So, but I don't know, man. I can't help but feel just so alone. Um, I don't know. Like I'm doing all this shit. Like I don't think I'm working out. You know, like actually, I'm I don't know. I'm meeting some people. I'm meeting different individuals, like different perspectives and stuff like that. People who I typically wouldn't even associate with. Starting to, you know, talk to these kind of people. Networking, I guess, and I still feel like I'm not doing anything. I still feel like I'm not doing enough, and I just don't have anyone to really talk to about these things. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking, like, how am I gonna do all this shit, man? I gotta get. I have all these goals. I have all these things I need to do, and I'm just fucking floating by. I feel like, and you know, when you have someone to do it with, it's a lot easier. But all of this is being done by myself, so it's kind of hard. And I'm sure maybe in the future I will look back at this and be like, damn, dude, but it's just like right now, it's just fucking, it's not fun, man. It's really not. Like, it's constantly just worrying about shit, constantly just trying to keep it together. Like, all this shit I wrote down, like, fucking, like I was saying, constant suffering as well. Like, that was another thing. It's just like, I just feel like so many times, there's just so many times where I feel like I'm just gonna lose it or a screw is coming loose or some shit, dude. And it's just not fucking good, man. And the funny thing too is I have all these people are being supportive to me. You know, I had a few people that called me up, and I haven't spoken to them in a long time. They're just like, oh yeah, you know, I hope you do well. You know, let me know when you're rich and all this stuff. And I'm just like, man, it's like there's a barrier, man. I feel like there's a fucking barrier. Like I'm not connected with the world. I'm just not, you know. And it'd be one thing if I was doing something like productive and beneficial. I'm not even doing that. I feel like I'm just kind of trying to get through the day, you know? I feel like every day is kind of becoming a struggle. But another thing, too, I said was time keeps passing without me. That was just kind of like I was looking at my old pictures and stuff like that on Instagram and just a lot of old videos. And it's funny because I remember all these very vividly, but then if I'm not viewing them, I don't remember at all. But it's also like I just remember the time I was in during it. I remember the era, all that stuff. I remember all these things. But then as soon as like I'm not looking at it or viewing it, I completely forget about it and it doesn't even exist to me, you know what I mean? And it's kind of a reminder of the fact that, you know, time still passes regardless. But that just doesn't seem to process until I like really think about it, you know? I don't know, and it's kind of fucking with me too because it's like I'm only 21 right now, and it's like I don't have that much time. Like I feel like I've been on this earth for way too long, and this shit should have been wrapped up a long time ago. But I also feel like that I just I don't have time, but then I also have time, so it's very confusing. Time passes very different. I feel like, but this just could be because I'm not doing anything. I'm not working. When I was working, time would fucking fly by. So, and then the last point I said was, are all people the same, and am I really the only human alive? I just feel like that people are very inconsiderate, and I feel like people are just cruel. Um, I feel like that's just kind of self-explanatory. Like I just, I just feel like people are rude and just evil, you know. And it's hypocritical because I do so much things that are also considered evil and rude and stuff like that. But then I don't know, it's very paradoxical. But it's just like I see all these things. I see all these things, and it's fucking with me, man. I don't know. And like I said, you know, it's one thing if I had someone to do this with, you know, if I had someone to like do all these things with and genuinely fucking stick around, you know. I think that's the biggest thing. It's like I don't have anyone that's actually stuck around for like longer than 6 months, honestly. Like, and I think it's probably my fault. It most likely is. But then at the same time, see, this is the thing. It's like sometimes I think it is my fault because of how I am, but then other times it's like, well, it's so common to have these people do the same things, you know. For example, with Nora, it's like she's doing this thing where I told her, uh, I guess I wouldn't really call it boundaries, but it's like I told her things that I prefer, you know, would like, and then it's dismissed, and then it's like, okay, well, you do realize this is gonna force me to leave, right? And then, like with the last one, for example, it's like I told you don't break your promise, you broke the promise. What do you want me to do? Like, I don't understand. And if we want to go before that, like the one before that one, um, she, I don't know, man. She's just fucking losing her mind, and then just these people are just fucked, man. I don't know, and it's like I still think about them, and I wouldn't say care, but it's like, you know, when I was talking to them, there was so much care, and it's always just falling apart. And I thought about like the other day, I was thinking about like, you know, all this is for a reason. All this is for to make sure that, you know, I'm ready. And sometimes I feel like that, but other times I just feel like, what's the fucking point, you know? Like it just seems like unnecessary. Like I don't think I'm not gonna claim I'm a victim, but I'm also I just wonder why do I have to go through all these things, you know? What is the point? Like I don't think anyone should experience this much suffering, you know? It really does get to a point. I don't know. That's all I got for right now.